Andrew, it's really nice to have you in the busy boudoir, the bedroom studio. I kind of want you do a lot of different things, yes, right? Ma'am. You're a serial entrepreneur, and we were just talking about your supplement business. You're a bodybuilder. You have a podcast. You do videos. You're very present on social media.
Yes.
But it didn't start that way.
Oh, no.
Right? Like your story, and I want to know if this is what motivated you to make all these changes, but you have kind of a scary past, right? Let's talk about that.
Okay. Well, the thing was, I did get in trouble.
Yeah.
I had a woe is me pity party kind of thing because I got treated bad when I was a younger kid by my stepdad, just the stepchild syndrome, so then when I got older, I was like, oh, woe is me. And all I did was I drank beer, drinking poison.
But why were you doing a woe is me routine?
Because I was the one making all the good grades. I was a stellar athlete. I was actually trying to go somewhere and do something.
Yeah, you're a football player, right?
Yeah, and I enrolled myself into college, junior college, and took my placement testing. I made sure all that got done. But then for some reason, my stepdad just wasn't having it. So it was like I got kicked out. So then that's why I was in the woe pity party. So I spent years feeling sorry for myself.
Right.
Drinking poison, hoping someone else would die. But it don't work that way. All I was doing is after I got sobered up and cleared up, I realized I wasted all these years drinking beer, partying, drugging. And who did it affect the most? Me.
You.
I was the one that went to jail. I'm the one that got the DUIs. I was the one who got in fights and got punched in the mouth and beating up people. Missed my son's birth by 2 days. Went to prison for 3 years. And then when I was incarcerated, when I went to prison, I did 3 years. And while I was there, I was like, man, and I remember till this day, my friend's dad told me, he goes, you don't want someone else raising your child. And at the time, I was like, whatever, who cares, man? And I went and got drunk and got high, right?
Right.
And then when I got sober inside there, I started reading really good books. And I was just like, yeah, I don't want someone else raising my son because they're going to, hopefully it would be a really good man who would take care of him, but who knows? So I didn't want to take that opportunity. And then, me and she's my wife now. We got back together. I made it work. So now I raise my son and I raise my other 2 kids that I have. And so it's just like getting sober and reading all the right books when I was in there because I didn't read romance books.
Was there like a moment where you're like, I got to do something? Or did it just happen like this?
Oh, so what happened was when I was incarcerated, I was in there with men who've been in prison since they were 18 years old and they're already 50, 60 years old. They're lifers. And I was watching them, and there were some that were getting released after 50 years. And I heard one say, so what the hell am I going to do? He had no idea what it's like out there because when he got incarcerated, he was in that time capsule. And now technology has advanced so much, and I've only been in for 3 years. And there was another guy, he ate some almonds, and he had an allergic reaction. He goes, man, I eat them all the time, and I never got this. So his eyes were swollen up. And they took him to medical, and he comes back, and this was a huge eye-opener. He goes, hey, you don't even have to change the radio or nothing. You can just say something, and it changes the radio for you. He was just blown away just seeing how everything was inside that van. And when I saw that, when I heard him saying all that, I was like, well, for me, it was like, that was normal because I was only out for 3 years already, out of society. And I was just like, yeah, I'm not coming back. This is not worth wasting my time.
So that was like a turning point.
Oh yeah, huge turning point.
But did you, like when you were in prison, did you know what you wanted to do?
Always.
Okay.
Yeah, I always knew what I wanted to do. I always wanted to bodybuild. I loved it since I was a little kid, and I was very good at it. I loved working on myself and helping out other people. And then I just wanted to grow from there and, work for myself. And I'm slowly doing it. I have the union job I can always go back to, but I'd rather go work on myself and do what I'm doing now, which is it's actually way more rewarding because I can't feed my family unless I,
you got to do the work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When you get 9 to 5, that's a guaranteed paycheck, but I'm building someone else's big old house.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So, and I learned all this reading all the right books, self-helps, spiritual books, motivational books, Tony Robbins, and all those. I'm reading all these books, and I'm like, you know what? They're right.
Yeah.
They're 100% right. So when you write something down and you speak it to yourself, you got to feel it. You really got to believe in it. And I did that while I was in there every day. And then when I came out and I got released, I was in a crummy, like a halfway house kind of thing. But man, it was really crazy there. But I went looking for work the next day. and I kept looking. I got work like within 2 or 3 weeks, and I've been on that path, and I'm here today.
That's amazing. If you hadn't gone to prison, would you have started a business and started this movement that you're a part of?
To be honest with you, it's kind of hard to say. I probably would have kept going bad. I'll be honest with you. I probably, even though she's my wife, she had my son, and honestly, it was a blessing in disguise. You know, God humbled me down. He's like, hey, you know what, Andrew? This is for you now.
Yeah.
Now it's time for you to wake up. And it was actually a really good wake up, because I'll be honest with you, I don't think so. I probably would end up dead, because I was drugging, and then the fentanyl thing came across. And at the time, you know, I partied with cocaine and stuff like that. Who knows? I could have did a line of fentanyl, and then bye-bye, Andrew.
Yeah.
You know, so it actually was a real good blessing that I went to prison, and it woke me up. And just seeing people getting the shit beat out of them for dumb reasons, and
and just being tossed away, you know.
Yeah, you got to do this, you got to do that. And then the thing too is, like, when you get incarcerated, the COs don't run the show. It's inmates who run the show. Your little race things in California. And it's like, okay, so you got to listen to some of these people, and they're really dumb. So I'm not going to, I don't want to go back. So ever since then, I do everything I'm supposed to. I have all my values, my morals, my principles correct. It's, you know, it's a God, country, family. And it's me, my wife, and then my kids. And that's how, in my opinion, that's how a household is supposed to be structured. It's the husband first, it's the wife, and then it's the kids. You know, God's always number one. You can never miss that up. And then since I've been living by that, I've been getting blessed. But you got to stay aligned with them, and you got to, with God, and you got to stay correct. And it works. It's not easy. It's really not. There were some times I barely made my rent, but I made it because I had faith in what I was doing. And I just said, you know what, just leave it up to him. And it really works. It sounds, to some people, oh, you're crazy. Well, that's fine. I'm crazy, but it's working. You
got to find what works for you. Exactly. And that foundation is what keeps you right, you know, in your head, and whatever that foundation, it'll be different for all kinds of people. Not everybody finds that, you know, but you've had extraordinary experiences in your life, and that makes your story that much more remarkable, I think. So let's talk about AMG Muscle, right? Like, clearly you are in the muscle business, right? But it's more than that. So we were talking earlier, you've got a line of supplements, right? That you had with a partner. The partnership is being dissolved, and you're acquiring the rights to these supplements. Let's talk about that.
So I think about a couple of weeks ago, I actually went to Simpson Labs in Valencia, California, where they manufacture and make all the supplements. So I got a tour with Mike Roten, which was actually an owner of Axe and Sledge. He's the one that set up the whole meet and greet there. So I got to see how supplements were made, and the factory line. It was really cool. I was like, wow, this is what it's about right here. So when I was doing it, going through the facility, I was just like, man, I can see my containers going down the line. I can see my logo right here on it, on the bottles and stuff. I was like, wow, this is really cool. So it was a real eye-opener, but I got a lot of insight on how the supplements are made. So a lot of people think like you just throw it together and you mix it up and you're done. No, they got to mix for like 10 or 12 hours. And then you got to put another ingredient, and then you got to mix it for another 2.
Really? I didn't know that.
And they're in big old.
And is it like, is the manufacturing here in this country?
Yeah.
Okay.
In Valencia, California, by Magic Mountain.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's one of the labs. So when we got that set up in that meet and greet, and it was awesome seeing how it was made. So, and then we sat down with the owner. His name's Eric, really cool guy. And he gave me a breakdown of what's the minimum order, because I got to spend my own money, and I also have an investor. He's really, his name's Jamie. He's a really cool guy. He owns JPO, which is a trucking business. I've known him for a while. So he remembers me when I wasn't doing too good.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing really good. So now we talk and have a good relationship, and he's going to be my investor. And so he told me what the minimums were, and I got like 5 products that are going to be getting made, and they're all going to have this logo on it, which I trademarked already. And it's pretty awesome. I didn't realize to trademark something, it really doesn't cost that much.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I was blown away. I said, you mean to tell me I can trademark it for hundreds of dollars and then make thousands to millions off of it, which is really cool. Yeah. So through that whole thing of learning how the products are made, containers, and I also got like a head start because Mike Roten, he set up the whole entire meeting with Eric from Simpson Labs. He flew down from Pennsylvania. We met, we talked, and what Mike's going to do, he's going to help me to not make errors so I can be fast tracked to where I'm
to market
and profitable.
Right.
Instead of making something I'm losing money or what I got to do now. So it's a real blessing because he met me on Instagram as well. And he started talking to me, and he owns a coffee business, Risky Brew, and I got a bunch of his coffee. It's amazing.
Cool.
So that's how I met him, and he set the whole thing up. And I said, man, this is a real blessing right here. Like because once I got blew up on Instagram with the bodybuilding, and supplements go hand in hand with bodybuilding.
Absolutely.
And not even just for bodybuilding. Supplements go good for everything and everything in your life. Even if you're just a runner or you just want to be healthy, there's nothing wrong with taking protein and creatine.
Yeah,
it's getting proven every day now.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. And so, like, when you got into the supplement, like, we're going to get into your Instagram and all of the cool things you do on social media because you're a storyteller, right? In addition to being a bodybuilder and in supplements, but like in the supplement industry, like I think there are some misconceptions, right?
Yes.
Like, what has surprised you the most about being in this business?
So the thing that surprised me the most is like if you actually go to a supplement store and you can get 5 creatines or 5 amino acids, BCAAs or EAs, and you take a look at all the ingredients, they're a lot alike.
Yeah.
There might be 1 or 2 has a little bit more of this, a little bit more of that, or less of this, or less of that. Some don't even have that ingredient on it. That's what I've noticed from protein to creatine to glutamine and pre-workouts, non-stem. And so I learned that. And then also it's the marketing. Yeah. So like the big thing too, it's one thing I learned because of what I do from my experience. When I buy supplements, yes, I want to buy them because they're good and they're good quality, but also it's who I like, who's behind it.
Right.
That's
who you trust.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing that I've learned is that who's behind the supplements. Yeah. Is it this knucklehead? I don't want to buy it from. Yeah. There's a couple of supplements out there I'll never touch. I don't agree with what they're about. But there's the one that I'm with. I actually take AN subs from Regan Grimm's, which is he's my trainer and my coach. And because I like him, he's my trainer and he's a real cool guy. And once I told people who my trainer was, everyone had nothing but good things to say about this man. So I was just like, all right, cool. So I bought a lot of his supplements already and I use them. They're actually very good. And that's the thing too, is you'll hear a lot of people say supplements ain't the only thing. Well, no, it's not, but it's part of it.
It's part of it.
Yeah, it all goes hand in hand, eating, sleeping, working out, drinking water. And if you're in the bodybuilding world, it's a little bit of this on the other side too. But that's only 1% of the whole entire equation.
Right.
But that's what I learned too, is when you walk into a supplement store, when it comes to the marketing, is the colors of the labels. What's going to catch your eye? So I've learned that too. I've learned this all on my own.
Yeah.
Because when you walk into a supplement store and you look, man, the one with the most colors and the shininess, they're going to catch your attention. You're going to go look.
Yeah.
You may not even like it or want to buy it, but hey, it caught your eye.
Yeah.
And you'll probably buy it the next time.
Are your supplements, are they geared solely toward a male audience, or do you also make supplements for women?
Well, all the supplements that I have right now that are going to be getting made, they're for both. Because you need
some of them have names like man, right?
Oh, like, so I haven't. That's the part that's the part I'm working on right now, is trying to get catchy names.
Yeah.
So I am a man and I'm more towards like the bodybuilding side.
Yeah.
Because I know there's people who work out regularly and then there's bodybuilding. It's all different.
I guess that's its own category.
It is, because there's health and like this health and wellness thing. But if you really think about it, it's all health and wellness. Yeah. Because bodybuilders just use a little bit more of it. That's all.
Yeah.
And so back to what you asked is the hydration, men and women can use it. It's just what I would have to do is either I can have it a more masculine name or a more feminine name. Right. And then I have to buy 2 products and make two
like
different
hydration or la hydration.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something very
Right.
That's all you would have to do. Like, and you have protein, right? So you have a male strong one protein with the name on it.
Right.
And then I can have a female protein one and they put a pretty girl on it or something, Put my wife's name on there, Miss AMG Muscle Protein.
Right.
So,
right.
But yeah, what the thing is people need to understand when it comes to supplement, it's geared for everybody. It's not just for women and it's not just for men, but there are some that are just for women because we have different makeups and women have different needs for certain things because men don't have a period, but women do. So they need certain supplements. But yeah, so that's the thing that I learned is that supplements are for everybody.
Right. What mistakes do people make when they're, getting in the market for supplements, right? Because it's overwhelming, right? As a consumer, like you go into a nutrition store or a health food store or whatever, like, where do you even begin?
So the biggest mistake, because I even made it too when I was younger, is you'll spend a lot of money on supplements and still eat really bad.
Yeah.
That's the biggest mistake, because the key word is supplement.
Right.
You're supplementing what you can't get out of your diet already, or your meals.
Right.
So that's the biggest mistake. And then also, it's what are you trying to do? So, if I drink all this protein, I'm going to get bigger and stronger. It's going to help you out, but I don't know if you get much bigger. You need to eat the whole food. So if you have to eat like 400 grams of protein a day, and say for some reason you couldn't get a meal or two in, then you supplement it with your protein drink. And that's the biggest mistake a lot of people make, is they think that if they just take all the stuff over the counter, they're going to change and they're going to look like the guy in the magazine. Right. No, that's false. And I learned that as a youngster, because I thought the same thing. I did the same exact thing that I'm talking about.
I think we all do that, you know, and that's part of media, media's misrepresentation of different industries, right? Because it's work. It's work. You have to do the work. You have to do the research and the homework and know what you're like. Watch your videos, right? You're very detailed. Yeah,
and that's what I do. I tell all. So ever since I started the Instagram back in August 12th, 2024, that's when I started posting everything. Is I tell people the truth. They ask me, "Do you do this?" Well, yeah, I'm trying to become a professional bodybuilder. Yes, I do take gear. It's just what I do. I don't recommend you do it, but if you do, make sure you get the right help and the proper help. Right. Because I made mistakes because I was a knucklehead. I got bro science. That's what it's called. Your buddy tells you how to take it. So it didn't work out too well, So, and that's the thing, is that I'm very transparent when it comes to things. Because I've had people comment and say, "Man, that's not all you take." Well, you're right. That's not all I take. I take all this other stuff too. You see how many meals I'm eating a day? Yeah. You see how I measure out all my food and I eat today?
I just saw you using the microwave at the hotel. Yeah. So I can confirm that, in fact, you do you do the work, right?
Oh yeah, you have to. And like, that's the thing too, is a lot of people like, I can't, like, I work 10 or 12 hours a day and I can't eat this and I can't eat. You're a liar. Yeah. Because I did it. My wife was there. She was at the house. She cooked all my food. She vacuum sealed all my food. And I'd go pick it up because I was living in Campo by myself at the time in my trailer. And then I'd come home because we were working so much. I was only coming home like 4 or 6 days out of the month. And that's when I picked up all my food and, hugged and kissed my kids and all that stuff like that. And then I went back to work. All you do is you take your food with you. And whatever type of job you're doing, you know what you can do. You know what corners you can cut. You know you can take a break right here.
And it's human nature to look for shortcuts.
Yes,
right?
And yes, it is. And that's the thing. So when people are telling me, I work this much, I can't do this. Well, you can stay exactly where you are with all your excuses and keep them. Because I was there too at one point in my life. But then after I woke up and I said, you know what? All these other people who wrote books about success and how hard it was for you, those books are written so you can read them to help you overcome your shortcuts and your excuses. Right. And I read them like, man, this guy was worse off than me. And now look at everything he has because he didn't let nothing get to him, no excuses. So yeah, just pack your meals and stop making excuses, because I do it. Yeah, you can. And then like, here comes the supplements back into the play. You can't eat your protein, drink some of it. Yeah. Drink your heavier ones, your meal replacements. They can help you out too. Right. But don't rely on them. But when you have to eat them, eat them. Okay,
I'm going to go back to something you just said. Okay. All right, and you can tell me to just shut my yapper if you don't want to answer it. But in the end, because I don't know, like this is a really like on the fly question here. But when you say something like the bro science, right, okay. Or the like,
I can elaborate on that for you.
Yeah, but I know what it is, right? But like, is it a problem to be associated? Like I'm sitting here with you. You are not a meathead, right? You are a very smart person.
Thank you.
But people in the supplement industry and the bodybuilding, like they play into this bro culture. Oh, right? Yeah. And like, is that how it's always going to be?
I don't believe so anymore, because we live in the information age. You can literally go on your phone and you'll figure out everything in the world. Yeah. Any question you have, you just got to look and you're going to find the right answer. But if you want to be small-minded and believe the bro science, then go right on.
Okay, all right, stop. What is the bro science? Let's get into it.
The bro science is, so I never taken gear, but my buddy Johnny, he has, hey bro, how do you take it? Well, you take this and this and this, and you take it here, you take it at this time.
So it's just like a word of mouth science.
So because what ends up happening is a lot of people don't know the real science behind it. And I didn't either. And my buddy didn't know it either, but I bought it from him anyways. And because he took it that way, I took it that way, and it worked. And then what happened was I didn't know that you should donate blood. I didn't know that maybe you should take a break off of taking the stuff. And because of that, bro science, I got a blood clot. Yeah, so I got a blood, it was self-inflicted. It's taken care of. I just take medication for it now. And but a lot of,
was that from like,
it's because what happens is it thickens your blood.
Yeah.
So that's how you get a blood clot. So that's from the bro science. I didn't know all these things to get your blood checked and donate blood because they clean you out.
Yeah.
So now that I know all this, I tell people, go get your blood checked.
Absolutely.
Go donate blood. Even if you don't do it all the time, go do it. It's every 8 weeks. And guess what? It's free.
Yeah.
You just got to
show. And they check your blood too.
Yeah, they check it. So that's what people ask. Do they check it? And I said, yes. Because people can have worse symptoms, like some type of really bad blood disease, and lie about it, but they still clean out the blood. They test it. And if it's garbage, they're going to throw it away. And then if you have something that you didn't know you had, they're going to call and tell you, hey, you got HIV.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So that's what people don't understand about donating blood. You can lie what you want to lie about, but they're going to find out because your social security, your driver's license, all your information is there, and they're going to call you, and it's law that they have to get a hold of you and tell you that you have a very bad disease.
Yep.
So that's the bro science. But as now that I'm growing in the bodybuilding world and in the industry, I'm actually getting help from very, very knowledgeable people.
Scientists.
Yes. You know about how to take it, when to stop taking it, which is a huge blessing. Because of that, my body has changed a whole lot, which is pretty cool. This is something I always dreamed about being when I was a little kid. Like
That's amazing.
I saw the kid. Yeah, I saw the kid, like the guys in the magazines, because my mom used to buy me every month when a new magazine came out from Muscular and Development. Hey, Mom, can you buy it for me? So she'd get me one magazine a month, which was cool. And that's how I learned back then, because we didn't have all the Instagram and the YouTube. YouTube was barely coming out.
Yeah.
So I did all that, and that's how I learned everything. I was like, man, I want to look like that. What do I got to do?
But now you don't only look like that, but you are a part of the business and the community, and you're in a position to really do important and impactful things. Yes. Right? Like help people outside of like the bro science. I have to say it makes me nervous, right? Like it's just.
But that's how a lot of us learn. If it's not just with anabolics, but it's like whatever girls are into and what they do, they're gonna learn from their friend or their older sister.
Well, I guess that's true.
Yeah, so you're gonna bro science or your girlfriend's science. You're all gonna learn from each other because someone else already did it. If they're doing it right, maybe for them, it may not be right for you though. Yeah. So that's how it works, and that's life. You're going to learn.
Yeah. And, you were talking earlier about like, this is, kind of what you aspired to be when you were younger. You had some setbacks, you went to prison, but you've come out of it. And you've really, we were talking earlier and you said a really funny thing, right? You said the first time you shot a video, you were kind of like, right.
Yeah.
But you've come.
I did sound like a meathead then.
right. But you're not a meathead. Like I can't overemphasize that enough. But really, like, how did you, for those business, those wannabe entrepreneurs, like how important and how did you integrate social media into not only your supplement brand, but into your personal brand, right? Because you are the storyteller of your own story. Like your story is your most powerful asset in my opinion. So talk about how you came to get comfortable with social media and putting your voice out there.
Okay. Yeah. So when I first started at Instagram, my original name was One Rule Drew. I think I had like 200 followers on Instagram.
Wow. And that's a hard one to say.
Yeah. So then after my show in August, I was talking to my wife and my coach. I was like, hey, how does this Instagram thing work? How does this social, because I knew about it, and that's how everyone was blowing up and, having sources of income and everything. So I was like, okay, cool. So he was telling me about it, just post and just let people know and information. I was all right. So I talked to my wife. I said, hey, babe, you know what? Let's post my journey to turn pro, because I compete in August and I qualified for nationals, which was in November. So I said, hey, you know what? I'll just post little videos of what I'm doing to try to earn my pro card. And then I would just hold it up, my camera, or my wife would hold it up and record me. And she goes, and she would play. She goes, you want to post that? I said, yeah, I don't care. Because I didn't want to sit there and take 5 or 10 takes to a perfect thing, because that's false reality.
Yeah.
I'm a
no,
human.
yours is very real, right? Like when people see your videos. But how important is that social media presence to your business?
It's very important.
It's like the baseline, isn't it? Like,
yeah, because every time that I go up there, I'm marketing myself. I'm marketing Andrew Martin Gomez.
And an idea,
right?
And possibilities.
Yes, the possibilities of like, well, this is where I started from. Like you hear all the rappers, I was in the mud and now I'm here.
Yeah.
I was never in the mud, but I got in trouble. So I was started here, and then because I cleaned up my act, and then now that I'm posting on social media, people are seeing. There's people who've been following me from the beginning, and they see how much I've grown and how much I've changed, because I get the feedback that, man, you've gotten so much bigger since your last show, and man, you're making huge improvements. And then they even see my kids. They're like, hey, your kids are growing. Hey,
they're pretty cute. Yeah.
Your wife is. They look like their dad. But and then your wife is looking good. My wife is her little journey too, losing weight and stuff like that. So it's like people are giving me all the feedback, and so now. I got my logo right here that I just trademarked. So that's why whenever I can, I wear this piece of jewelry. And I never wore jewelry before, but this was a gift someone gave to me. Now it's my logo, and it's eye-catching. One, it's shiny.
It is.
So I got that. And then, I got my logo here. And then I made this shirt, AMG Muscle, and I got my little logo right here, which is really catchy. So it's cool.
It is. It's good.
Every time, what people need to understand is whenever you get on social media and you really want to do something with yourself and you want to be an entrepreneur, which I'm basically doing, is you have to market yourself the best that you can, because no one's going to market you.
And you have to hustle.
Yes.
Right? There's no there's no magic formula where you put something out on YouTube or on Instagram. Like, it's hustle.
Yes.
And it's grit, and it takes a lot of fortitude to do what you do, right? And I'm sure you have days, Andrew, where you're like, fuck it, right? Yeah, how do you stay motivated in the game?
I stay motivated because it's like, you know what? This is going to change my life. It's going to change my legacy, actually.
Yeah, it is.
And it's not so much, yes, it's about me because it's me marketing myself and my logo. But then the back of my head, it's like my kids.
Yeah.
I want because I didn't drive a car to high school. I want my kids to.
Yeah.
I want my kids, they dress nice already as it is, but, I want them to dress nice and look good and have confidence and have the things that I didn't have growing up. Didn't have the luxuries to go here, go there, do this, do that. My 8-year-old son, he's already been on 2 or 3 airplanes before my age. I think I was like 17 years old the first time I went on an airplane. And my son, he's already been to, Indiana, and he's been to other places. And actually all my kids have. And I was like, man, when I was your age, I didn't go anywhere like that. You just drove. So just like, that's why I'm marketing myself so much, is because my kids. That's when I live for myself, but also I want my kids to live. Not so they don't have to struggle, but you are going to struggle in life. That's just the way life is. Yeah. But I want to give them the best and the fair opportunity, the best opportunity at life.
Yeah.
Instead of having them, you hear sad stories. Well, I showed my parents didn't care about me.
Yeah.
So I care about my kids, so I'm going to do everything I can to make sure they live the best life possible.
Yeah. But
they get to a certain, they make their own decisions.
And you have to let them go.
Yeah, you got to.
You got to let them fall sometimes.
Yeah. I fell a lot too. So
did I.
But if I can help them not fall the way I did.
All you can do is give them all the tools that you can, and then you put them out into the universe.
Yes.
And it's up to them.
Yeah. And it's pretty cool. And the thing too, the one way I can tell as a father that I'm doing great, and this is my opinion about myself and what a father is that my kids want to be like me. So before I even started the bodybuilding and before AMG Muscle came around, my wife would, when she was close by, she would be able to see me work. Hey, bring the kids by so they can see daddy working, because I work with the power poles and I would be digging the holes. I'm a grunt. My title's a groundman. So I'd be with the jackhammer for like 8-10 hours a day. and my kids would come by and see, and they were like, oh, I would ask them, what do you want to do when you grow up? I want to be like you, Dad. I want to.
That's pretty good.
I was like, all right, it's cool. And they saw me doing construction too, and they were like, oh, Dad, I want to do like you do. I was like, okay, I want to be a construction worker. And then my 4-year-old, he just graduated from TK, and I was there at his little ceremony. And the teacher, they said, what do you, so this is Landon, and Landon wants to be a bodybuilder when he grows up, and he wants to work out. I'm like, yeah. So I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
Because what boy doesn't want to be like their dad?
Yeah.
I mean, there's some, I didn't want to be like my dad, but.
Well, yeah.
But, you know, so in my opinion as a father, I'm doing it right. Because if my kids want to be like me.
And probably a lot of their peers want to be like you too.
Yeah.
And okay, so this is my last question. And I'm not trying to hardball you or be an asshole. But
it's okay.
But being a bodybuilder and supplements and, you know, this entire industry is, there are a lot of people in it, right?
Yes.
It is a very competitive niche sector of business, right? What do you think makes you stand out? What is unique about what you are doing besides your story, right? Which is very powerful.
That telling people the truth that, it's not 100% supplements that are going to help you look like this, but they will help, but it's not 100%. And I mean, mine, like you said, not so much of my story, but that has a lot to do with it, because people who've been seeing me on Instagram for like the last 18 months, I think it is about. Yeah. They saw that this is how I started. Hey man, he has his own clothing. He just got his own. It's a total
story arc, right? Like there's an evolution of you as a human and also you as an entrepreneur and an inspirational figure. You know, it's a very unique story that we are getting to tell on the podcast here. And I feel really honored that you are here.
Yeah, I love sharing my story because I'm pretty sure there's someone sitting in their bed who's hating life right now, going to their 9-to-5 job and they hate it, and they're just like, oh, and they can watch my story and be like, well, he did his 9-to-5 job, but he made the sacrifice to go to the gym every day. Yeah. But if you're married in a relationship, you need to have very good, effective communication, which me and my wife have, which is a huge plus. Yeah. Because without that, I don't think our marriage or anything would be really good. But it works out. It's fine. My wife is on board. I mean, she doesn't have to work because, you know, I worked my butt off to make sure she doesn't work. And now I'm marketing myself with my logo and AMG Muscle. So, and I told my wife too, I said, babe, if you want to go back to work, you can go right on ahead. I'm not going to stop you from doing that. That's not my style. I said, but I don't want you to. So I'm going to do everything I can so you can stay home and watch the kids. I love that. It's pretty cool. So, but like I was saying, with someone seeing my story, they're feeling bad or low on themselves, they can see where I started from and how I got here. Yeah. I didn't make any excuses. And there's bad days. I'm human. Yeah, we all do. I have bad days, tough days, rough days. Like, oh man, am I going to make my rent? I always make my rent though, but like, you know, am I going to have enough money for this? And my kids want to go here. Right. So what do you do as a man? You don't sit there and cry about it. You get up and do something. You take action to what you want to do. Yeah. And that's what I've been doing ever since I've been, since I changed my life around. Yeah. So then that's what the thing that sets me apart is that I really believe in myself. But also you're practicing what you preach. Yes. Right? Like you are not just watching a conversation happen. You're a part of the conversation, right? Yes. You're driving discussion. And the other thing I think, Andrew, like that is really cool, right? We haven't talked about how you're going to scale your business and all of that, but like what you're saying, right? Like you have the power to change one person's life per day, right? In a better way, right? Make a positive impact. And that, you know, it doesn't matter how many millions of dollars you make, right? Like that is the ultimate gift, right? That is powerful. And you are in a position to make someone's life better by the choices they make. Right. Yeah. I mean, where do you like, that's like the philosophical, it's the holy grail. Yeah. And it was really cool because when I started the Instagram thing, I didn't realize how many people's lives I've impacted in a positive way. Because I get DMs and messages, hey man, because of you, I stopped drinking. Yeah. Hey, because of you, I go to work every day. The choices, right? Yeah. Because you're they can relate. Inspiration. Yeah. They can relate to where I was and what I was doing. Because I wasn't an alcoholic. I was a dependent. which is it's a way difference. Like you take away my alcohol, and if I didn't have alcohol within 2 or 3 hours, I'd get very sick, start shaking and tremoring.
That's a whole other
that's a whole different thing. Alcohol, I mean, it's all bad. Alcohol, or whatever you want to label on it.
Right.
But yeah, it was really bad. So there's people who can relate to where I was. And they say, how'd you get over it? I said, man, it was really tough. You got to be a man. You got to suck it up. And yeah, even though so I did this from trial and error. You know, you stop for a month and 2 months, and then I relapse. And but now it's going on almost 5 whole years or almost 6 years of complete sobriety of alcohol and drugs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the thing is that the first 90 days, it's not going to be easy at all. The first 6 months is not going to be easy. And then afterward, it starts to get easier because you don't have the cravings and you don't think about the alcohol, because you have to disassociate yourself with alcohol. Of like when you go to a family event, if all you ever did in the past was go to family events and you drank alcohol, now you have to retrain your brain.
Yeah, it's behavioral. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what I learned, because that's all I did at first I would just go drink to go party and stuff. And before you know it, I was drinking every freaking day. I drink before work, during work, after work, and just kept going and going. So yeah, it's a whole different thing. But so people can relate to what I'm talking about. So that's why I get people, man, you're an inspiration, man. You help me out so much. I do this now. I do that now. I hang out with my kids more. I do this. It's like, man. And so in a way, man, I didn't realize I was really helping out that many people.
But also, you're helping people with your story and honestly your authenticity, and you're transparent, right?
Yes.
Like you're just putting it out there, right? There's no, you're unpolished, right?
Yeah.
Your videos are unpolished, and you're influencing a new generation of people who maybe will never be bodybuilders, but who will improve their health by the decisions that they make. And it's just really cool. And as we kind of wrap up here, for those aspirational entrepreneurs, those aspirational bodybuilders, do you have one or two, what is your advice to anyone wanting to be an entrepreneur, wanting to bodybuild? What's...
Always do your best, give it 100% and don't look back.
Yeah.
And the more you do, you create more opportunity for yourself.
Yeah.
Because actually, Robert, he got me here today. He actually hit me up a couple times before I finally said yes.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said you were super hard to get.
Yeah, he just said that, and I was like, man, I don't want to. And then after, he hit me up again, and I was like, you know what? I need to, because I read this in the book. You create more opportunity for yourself.
Right.
So like, hell yeah, I'll be there. I'll go do it.
And other people too.
Yeah. And then now I'm realizing it's not just about me. It's about everybody, because someone who's watching and listening, it can help them out. It can save someone's life for all I know. But yeah, so that's why you literally, so whoever wants to be an entrepreneur, just burn the boats and just keep on going.
Yeah. But the other thing is, and I've heard you say this, and just shut me up if I'm putting words in your mouth, and like anything in life, starting a workout program, running, whatever it is, just fucking start.
Yeah, just
right?
Start.
Take the step. Do not overthink it. Do not let your thinking interfere with your action.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. And that's I have shirts that I bought that I just got them delivered to my mother-in-law's house. I have shaker cups with my logo. They're going to show up. And then I also I gave you guys some keychains. I got stickers, and I got some other stuff. And the thing is I spent all this money for it. I haven't got nothing in return. But the thing is I'm thinking bigger than that. My whole thing is, you remember the AOL CDs?
Oh, yeah.
And everyone just throw them around?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I pass out the stickers and the keys, because everyone's going to start seeing them. My main thing is to get the logo everywhere so everyone can see so they see it, they know what's behind it.
Right.
Someone who cares, who's real, authentic, hardworking, no excuses, makes the sacrifices.
Turn things around for himself.
Family man, takes care of his kids. So that's what, AMG Muscle is about, and that's what I'm trying to do. And all I know is this is my first time ever being an entrepreneur. I love it.
Yeah.
It is not easy.
No, it's a terrible, it's the hardest choice.
But it's great though. It's very rewarding.
Right.
Because I don't have anyone paying my medical bills.
It's up to you.
I got to pay them out of my own pocket. I got to find an insurance, and then I got to pay it every month.
Yep.
And I got to set my own retirement and stuff. But it's very, very rewarding. So at the same time, when my kids start to grow, I can teach them, hey, you don't need to work for somebody else. You can work for yourself. Daddy did it. You need help. I could help you.
Exactly.
So it can set them different from their friends and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with a 9-to-5 job. Everyone does it, but if you really want to make it in this lifetime and live I guess, a luxurious life
and
nice
the American dream
American
in so
dream,
many
number
ways.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why any entrepreneur, you have your mind set on something 100%. Do your research.
Yep.
You're gonna fail.
I mean, it's part of the deal.
Yeah.
So.
And then you learn from your failures, your mistakes, and you grow from there.
Yep.
And if you're not failing, that means you're not doing it right.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's what I learned from all the successful people in the books I read about.
Yeah. And you're living it now.
Yes, I'm living it, and it's a lot of fun. There's, ups and downs, but I love it. I wake up every morning smiling and happy because I don't have no one telling me when to go to work. I don't have anyone saying you got to do this and do that. Now it's all on me, because if I don't do it, I'm not eating. My kids are not eating. We're not dressing.
And it gives you purpose, right?
Exactly.
Like there's something about when you have your own, you answer to yourself.
Yes.
Every day you have a purpose.
Yes.
Right. To get something done, to sell something, right?
Yes.
To know what you stand for.
Yes.
On this planet, as a father, as a businessman, as a bodybuilder and an influencer, know.
And like the way I can, I'm influencing people with my bodybuilding, but also a family man, a father. I know how to work.
A storyteller,
that too, and give people the right advice. And I've been on the alcohol, I've been on the drugs, and I know a little tips and tricks to help you get off of it. Yep. So we help out more than one way. Yeah. So.
Thank you so much for coming by.
Yeah,
You're awesome. I'm glad that you played hard to get, but I'm glad we finally got you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.